With putrid flesh still falling from its face, the Halloween special rises from the grave once more. Because, like Frankenstein himself, I have pieced together... by pieced together, I mean downloaded a different file. So I, like Frankenstein would have if he was in the digital age, he downloaded another file and put it into a new thing so that, oh my god, we can have another go at the Monster Lab.
This is Monster Lab on the DS. Clearly, he no longer has any voice acting, which is peculiar, because I would have thought the DS could have probably handled the files of voice acting, but anyway, I suppose are being possessed by a terrible monster. Let's cut in here. Here's a chance to prove yourself. Take control of my monster, Gorbok, and go help the mayor. Well, let's hope we don't get stuck on that cannon this time. No, look at that. Cobbleshire. The city or the town. City, town, doesn't really make much difference, does it? Oh, boom! Help Mayor neither voting in Cobbleshire. I plan to. Another monster. Why does my village get all the monsters? Oh, did Fuseless send you? I'm glad you're here. Can you do something about those creatures? They are blocking my path to re-election. I mean my path home. Let's fuck up some other monsters on the DS. Cause the DS worked and the PlayStation 2 did not. Boom! Welcome to combat. From here you can control your monster's actions during a fight. Your monster is on the left side of the top screen and your opponent is on the right screen. On the right of the top screen, not the right screen. Because the right screen is the bottom screen, the left screen is the top screen. And the monster on the right of the top screen, which is the left screen, is the enemy monster. Got it? Good. We'll carry on. So... the monsters' icons are in the top corners display the health of each of the monster parts. Yes, we kind of know this because I did sort of see, as alluded to earlier. I say alluded to, as bluntly stated. I have seen this game played previously and therefore know roughly what I'm doing. It turns red when a part is low on health and black when a part is knocked off. The bottom screen is where you select parts and actions for your monster to perform. Oh, there you put different parts. The battery number tells you how much energy your monsters need to perform an action. To choose an action, touch it with the stylus. You can also press the A or B button. I'll probably use the A and B button. Thank you, game. Thank you very much. Go ahead and select any attack action. Alright, so I've got Trampler Feet as my legs. And the Trampler Feet... oh, I see. A or B, I'm assuming, define which of the two attacks I get to do. But I don't... I'm assuming A is the top one and B is the bottom one. We'll see what happens, I suppose. Do you know what? Alright, game. Alright, I tell you what. I'll use the, in inverted commas, stylus. So let's start from the head and work our way down. So the head allows me to chomp and roar. Now, chomp targets the body and the arm, it would look like. I'm guessing that's what that means. And the roar looks to perhaps do everything, but it's a lot smaller damage, but less energy. Then we move to our torso, where we can recharge and dodge. So that's our sort of utility side. Then low squeeze and hook punch, which I'm assuming is the boom crane, which is probably the claw side. I don't know what celestial means, but I'm sure all will become clear at some stage. Auto fire with the gun, which sweeps across the body, it looks like. So my guess is, because that's an inward block, it doesn't target any of my enemy's parts. Because the auto fire sweeps across the torso, it targets the arm, probably the arm and the torso a lot, and then the other arm not so much, is my guess at that, what that means. And then the leg sweep targets the legs, and the upward block, again, doesn't actually target the enemy monster. So I think the most efficient and effective thing, but I've seen the chomp, so I'm going to go with the roar. Roar! Fuck him up. Oh, look at that, yeah. You can see I damaged most, if not all, of the parts. I'm going to try the A and B button. Ouch, it looks like your opponent has a strong right arm. Try to knock it off. When you select an action, the parts it targets on the opponent are highlighted. Now find an action that targets the right arm and select it. Okay, this time we're going to go chomp. And yes, chomp was on A, so I'm assuming the other one is on B. Congratulations, you have knocked off your first part. Knocked off parts cannot be used during combat. Remember this when you face dangerous enemies. Legs become useless instead of being knocked off. If this happens, you can no longer flee from combat. As if I would flee from combat. How dare you. That attack drains some of your energy. All monsters use energy to perform actions. To gain more energy, select the dodge or recharge action. Both are located on your torso. If you select dodge, your monster gains a small amount of energy and attempts to avoid attacks. If you select recharge, your monster regains all energy but does not avoid attacks. Now select either dodge or recharge to gain some energy. Okay, I will, game. I will. Because I'm willing to do what I'm told to do if a game tells me to do it. So let's... Whoops, I dodged. Which is interesting. Did I dodge? Do you know... We're going back to the stylus / mouse because it's easier, despite being slightly less responsive. If that is too difficult, you can also knock off the monster's heads, arms, and legs. Either way, you will be victorious. Now defeat the monster! Okay, if we can... I'm going to go for legs. Take the leg! Ah, you bastard. Sea splatter! Yeah! You splattered me. Take the legs! Oh, wow, he dodged me again. Take the legs again! I will keep taking these legs until these legs are dead. Will he have a dead leg by the end of this? Damn straight he's going to have a dead leg by the end of this. Motherfucker. Motherfucker, kill your legs. Swip the legs. He no longer has legs. He has recharged. Do we have something that exclusively targets the head? Because my plan is to sort of knock the head down, but I don't think so. The raw would damage the head, but to be honest, it's probably not worth it. Let's try the hook punch. I can't because I have no energy. Let's recharge to maximum. Recharge. Whoosh. Super. Now I've got maximum energy. Let's fuck him up with the hook punch. Oh, he's sea splattering me again. Ugh. You dirty bastard. Stop spitting at me. But hook punch. Didn't do anywhere near as much as I was hoping. Let's go back to the chomp, because that appears to be 70 damage. Low squeeze. Low squeeze is 66 damage, so we'll try that instead. Squeeze him in a low vicinity. Ugh. You don't want to be squeezed by that crane. That's worked moderately well. Let's sweep across with some auto fire. Pew 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 pew. Oh, did I say... Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a gun, despite it looking slightly flamey. I think it's supposed to be more of a bang 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 bang. A daka daka daka, if you would be so kind as to indulge that. I'm running out of energy, so I think what we'll do this time is we'll dodge for an extra 33 energy. We both dodged. Lovely. And then hook punch. Hook punch his body once more. Pow! Right in the torso. And possibly... No, I still haven't won. That's disappointing. I can afford to do a low squeeze. I don't think I can afford to do a... Oh, I can do a chomp. Let's do chomp, because chomp seems to be the bread and butter of this monster. Which... I mean... I imagine if you slathered him with bread and butter, he probably wouldn't be as effective. Nice work, you're a fast learner. Damn straight I am. Whoops, I skipped a little too fast there, but I think I understand what it's asking me to do. Hit the wrench icon even, to bring forth this. Touch a damaged part with the stylus, or use the control pad to select it. Touch the wheel and slide the stylus in circles. That might be slightly more awkward. So touch that, and then... wait. Right, I think we need to touch another part. Charge that. Yeah, I must admit, on a real DS. Are you suggesting you're not playing this on a real DS? No, it's difficult. I imagine it would be difficult if this wasn't a real DS. Wink. Oh, I shall miss poor Mongor, but I'm glad for your progress, apprentice. Go crush that other monster. I plan to. Let's progress on the map, and crush him. Crush this son of a bitch. This time I think we're probably going to stick to just chomping, because it... Oh, well, never mind. It is ultimately the superior move. It aims at the arm, which will... take a bit of damage. In fact, I've just knocked off one of his arms, and it batters the corpse for 70 damage, so I think it's definitely the superior option. When this occurs, I don't know... I think I may have skipped a piece of dialogue again, which is unfortunate. When this occurs, the attack automatically targets the torso. Oh, that must mean when there's a when an arm has gone, or maybe, yeah. So, oh right, I think I get what you're talking, game. I may have missed a little bit, but I think what it was suggesting was if it targets a specific part and you don't have that part to target, it will automatically default to targeting the torso. That makes a degree of sense and is quite reasonable and pleasant. Let's go back to chomping it, because I think if I can actually hit with my chomp, you son of a bitch, if I can hit with this chomp, I should be able to kill him, except I have now run out of the ability to chomp. I think we'll take a chance with just a full recharge. It looks like he was dodging, so taking a chance on the full recharge was probably beneficial. Let's finish him off with a little chomp action. Chompy, chompy, chompy. I've eaten your torso. It tastes like scrap metal and pork. I've got a horned skull. Damage parts, yes, we know. Touch the wheel and slide the stylus in circles. I get the impression I can't necessarily do it with anything other than the stylus, which, as I say, if for some bizarre reason I wasn't using a real... if for some bizarre reason I wasn't actually using a real DS, it would be quite awkward to do. But, you know, obviously, being that I'm officially using a DS, it's really easy to do all of these things, because there's no way I'm having to shift between a mouse and a controller, and I definitely don't have a touch-based mouse, which makes it even more awkward. Although, arguably, you would think that would make it easier, because it's essentially... but do you know what? It's about the same size as a DS touchscreen, potentially. I can't say that for certain.